that very same head is the head from which the DNA, sample DNA, that was compared with the DNA that came from Mr. Mncube very shortly.
Is that sorry. Is that the evidence? As I recall the evidence, that head, no DNA was extracted there. It was negative.
The head, my lord.
Yes, you're talking about the head, I thought.
I remember the testimony of, just a second, my lord. Of Captain Masetla. Captain Masetla said that in that same head, they were able to extract a DNA that's like a full profile of a DNA.
Fine, I'll check it.
Yes, my lord. But let me just finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. He said we're able to extract a full DNA profile that matched, which then told them that this DNA belongs to this particular person. Now, upon the receipt of Mr. Mncube's DNA, blood samples, not DNA, blood samples, and of all these other accused persons here, then they started to match that sample of the DNA that was extracted from that head with the samples that were taken from all these accused here. Now I'm talking about Mr. Mncube. Mr. Masetla said, we matched Mr. Mncube's DNA with the DNA that was taken from the head, and they did not match. That was his evidence, my lord. I think the state can confirm that, my lord, because I don't want to be seen here, standing here and misleading the court. And this is the evidence that was led by the state in their case, my lord. I wonder if they can confirm that, my lord.
As the court
I request that they confirm what I said.
The same must confirm.
Unfortunately, we cannot confirm what my colleague is placing on record. The evidence by Captain Masetla is that a mixture of DNA was obtained, and then when the court engaged one of the witnesses, it was from the brim of the head. That's where the DNA was obtained from, my lord. And for DNA to fully exclude someone, there are 14 loci. It must be read into all the loci, my lord. That is the evidence that I can remember. But as far as that a full profile of a DNA was obtained from that sample, I do not have that recollection, my lord.
Uthi ke mshishisi angeke avumelane nalokho kushiwo uyena ke ummeli ukuthi ke kwa noma ke kwakuyi DNA ephelele ke egcwele lena ke eyathathwa kusona ke isigqoko kwase kuqhathaniswa ke nolibo futhi noma ke iDNA yakho kwatholakala ukuthi cha akuhlangani. Umshishisi uthi okwakhulunywa uyena uCaptain Masetla ukuthi ke kwatholakala ke imixture ukuthi ke kwangekho ukuthi cha kuthiwa yekabani lena kodwa ke kwakuhlangene nokuthi ke futhi ukuze kutholakaleke ukuthi cha ulibo futhi noma iDNA etholakala la yekabani kufanele ukuthi ke kunalokho phecelezi abakusho ukuthi ke ama loci awu14 kufanele ke ahlangane onke oyi14 yila bazosho khona ukuthi cha le etholakele la yekabani.
And there was partial reading of these accused in some of the loci, my lord, or blocks of the DNA.
Nokuthi ke kuma block thizeni ke aleyo DNA kwakukhona ke la nalapha ya lana ke ufunda kakhona ke noma ke kufundeka khona ke iprofile yakho.
My apologies, I'm not sure whether it's 14 or 16
It's
loci.
16. Let me tell you. There was even an argument here, sort of. And then I made an example about fingerprints. That if a person's 5 fingerprints are discovered on a particular surface, it's conclusive evidence that it is Rata Mokwateng, if they can satisfy that those prints belong to Rata. The same thing with DNA. I know you guys want to argue, hey. If it's 16 points of identification, then the DNA is completed. If it's 12, 14, 6, you can't make a conclusive reading about the fact that that document or that dress or hat or iron has been identified fully and satisfactorily with 16 points of DNA, which are occurring in all the surfaces. Anyway, that's what DNA means to me.
Uthi ke umehluleli waze wenza nesibonelo ke sazo izandla noma ke iminwe phecelezi ke ama fingerprints ukuthi uma ngabe asithi ke kutholakala ke ama points ke awu5 lokho ke ukhulunywa nje ngama fingerprints ukuthi ke kwaneleke ukuthi ungashiwo ukuthi cha la atholakele la awakhe ke uJudge uRatha Mokwateng manje lana ke kukhulunywa ama points noma ama low size awu16 uma ngabe kutholakala 12 kutholakala 6 noma ke amangaki ke lapho ke awungeke usho ke ngesiqiniseko ukuthi ke cha lana ungathi ubani lona kodwa ke kuhlukile uma ngabe kukhulunywa ngawo ama fingerprints.
Did I say 5, Mr. 5 points of identification?
I had 5
fingerprints.
It's supposed
It's
to be
7.
supposed to be
Sorry,
7, but I
7.
had
Yeah,
5.
sorry about that. 7.
My Lord, I fully agree with
Yeah, fine. No. You can differ. There's no problem. That's how I recall.
No, on that point, I won't differ with the court.
Oh, I see.
Because I fully agree with you.
Okay.
The state is referring to 14 loci. Actually, there are 16. And Captain Mosetla said, for a person to be read into the DNA profile, which is the exhibit, for instance, in this head exhibit, the person has to be read in all of them. In other words, a slight number that is going to differ, that person gets excluded.
Lana ngizovumelana naye inkantolo ukuthi ngempela kuCaptain Mosetla ushilo ukuthi ke ama low size awu16 imfanele ke umuntu ke atholakale kuona onke awu16 uma nje kunalana ke khona ke engatholakala khona ke lewa 16 angagcwali ke ukusho ukuthi cha akutholakalanga ke ngesiqini noma ke angeke kuqinisekiswe lokho fanele kube u16 ophelele.
Now, my Lord, in exhibit X3, exhibit H, X5, and a whole lot of exhibits X, which dealt with the DNA, my Lord. Just to put this matter in its perspective, my Lord, the conclusion that the experts that were led by the state. Remember, my Lord, this was not done at our instance. When we came to do the case, we just, this document, we said, no, this is disclosure, go and prepare the case, and we did, my Lord. Over and above that aspect, the case led to the evidence of Captain Mosetla, and this was his conclusion. From the results in Table 1, I can make the following findings. The donors of the following reference samples were excluded as the donors of the DNA on the swab, which is swab, and then he writes the number there, swab 1, and the head, B, head is the cap that was found in the house, presumably the high friction area. Those donors which were excluded are, number 1, MZ Mapisa, number 2, BS Ntanzi, number 3, Mncube, who is you? Not you. Who is the accused before? I mean, who's the witness there, my Lord? I'm now talking to the court. Number 4, Fiso Wutentuli, and number 5, Sibia MS.
Manje ke amagama lana qedwa wafunda ke ummeli uthi ke egcineni ke manje yena ke uCaptain Mosetla uma esetholile ke emuva kokuthi kuqhathanisiwe ke uthi ke uma kuqhathaniswa ke kanje bakuthathwa ke kwathatha lokhu ukuthi kubizwa ngokuthi ama sample ke noma ke kunina ke kwathatha ulibofuze kunina noma bathatha igazi kunina uma ngabe seqhathaniswa ke na nesigqoko lesiyana ke kwatholakala ukuthi cha anithola wonke lamagama aqedwe kwafunda ke manje Maphisa, uNtanzi, uNtuli, uNcube, uSibiya kwatholakala ukuthi cha aba uma ngabe qhathaniswa akukho kwabo ukutholakalayo lapha yana kwisigqoko ikona lokho kwatholwa uMosetla.
In other words, Mr. Mncube, just to put it in a layman's language, let's simplify it for everybody to understand this, because this is very crucial. As I've said at the beginning, this is the foundational base of the allegations against you. Do you still remember that when it started off on Monday?
Uma ngabe usakhumbula-ke uma ngabe siqala ngomsombuluko ngishilo-ke ukuthi-ke isisekelo-ke lesi sazo iy'nsolo angazi noma uyakhumbula yini uma ngikusho lokho.
Ngiyakhumbula.
I do recall.
Thank you. Now, to put it in simple terms, what Ms. Musetla said here, and I'm doing this because clarity is needed, is basically saying from the head that was picked up from the scene, they were able to extract DNA from it. Doesn't matter whether it was a mixture or what, but they were able to extract DNA from it.
Uma singakusho nje sikubeke kalula-ke lokhu ukuthi okwashiwo uyena uCaptain Masetla ukuthi kwisigqoko lesiyana yebo kukhona okwatholakala noma babetholeke i-DNA ehlangene phecelezi-ke i-mixture kodwa kukhona nje abakuthola.
Now, upon your arrest, your blood samples were taken. It could have been a blood sample or saliva or what, but any aspect of you which had a DNA in it, I suggest it was a saliva. And it was also referred to the forensic science laboratory, the biology section thereof. They worked on your saliva or that sample that was obtained from you. They were also able to find a DNA profile in that sample.
Manje-ke ngesikhathi sokuboshwa kwakho noma-ke kwadonswa igazi kuwena kwaba-ke amathe athathwayo-ke kuwena noma yini nje eyathathwa-ke kuwena kwase kuthathwa-ke lokho nako-ke kwandluliselwa-ke e-lab i-biology-ke section iyawo amaphoyisa.
Then there was a comparison between that DNA profile that was extracted from the sample that was taken from you and the DNA profile that they got from the head.
Okwenzeka-ke ukuthi-ke manje kwase kuqhathaniswa lokho okwathathwa noma kwatholakala kuwena naloku abakuthola kwisigqoko.
Yeah, you would recall that when we were busy with these witnesses at some stage, I said to them, the ballistic processes in South Africa are a symbolic expression of an art of precision.
Uzokhumbula uma ngabe ngikhuluma-ke nabo labo fakazi laba ukuthi-ke ngishilo noma ngasho kubona ukuthi-ke umsebenzi lona ohlangeneke nama-ballistic phecelezi-ke iy'nhlamvu lesi-ke ukuthi-ke ilezi ukuthi-ke lona-ke umsebenzi-ke owenziwa ngendlela-ke yokuthi-ke kufanele nje ukuthi-ke kube nokuqonda nje kungabikho nje but kube nokuqonda.
Yeah, when we talk of ballistic, it has got some components. There's a component that deals with the firearms. There's also a component that deals with biological things like blood and everything. They all fall under ballistic science there at Silverton.
Laphayana-ke ebasebenzela khona eSilverton-ke kukhona uhlangothi oqondene nebhamu kukhona-ke oqondene nolibofuzo lolu esikhuluma ngalo njengamanje.
Yeah, but they are all referred to as ballistic.
Kodwa-ke konke lokho uma ngabe kuhlanganiswa-ke bona uma bekubiza-ke kukhulunywa nge-ballistic.
Yeah. Now that art of precision that we spoke about then said, no, Mr. Mnyube is not the person that was wearing this hat.
Kulokho-ke lokho engikhuluma ngakho-ke manje ukuthi-ke kufanele-ke kuqonde-ke uma ngabe sekubuya-ke imiphumela yalokho-ke yathi cha Mncube cha akusiyenako wayigqoka isigqoko lesi.
That is the basis of the foundation that I said, as we proceed to this case, you should always have it in mind. Do you still remember that?
Ilokho-ke ngikushilo-ke ngabe usakhumbula yini-ke ukuthi nanjengoba siqhubeka-ke ngalo icala leli-ke ukuthi-ke kufanele sikhumbule-ke ukuthi-ke yisona-ke leso isekelo sazo iy'nsolo.
Now, we will note that these results were already made available, or Captain Maselta made his findings and prepared this affidavit that was handed in as Exhibit X before court on the 28th of April 2022.
Kwakungeyi-28 zika-April 2022 uma ngabe-ke uCaptain Masetla efikelela kusona-ke isinqumo lesi-ke engithi-ke yilokho akuthola-ke ekugcineni.
On the proceedings of 22 January 2024, Brigadier Gininda read this extract that that the perpetrator who had a revolver in his possession also had a hat.
Ngazo-ke i-22 kuJanuwari 2024 ikona-ke lokhu okwafundwa uyena-ke uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi-ke lona-ke kulaba abangena endlini lona owayephethe isibhamu wayethwele isigqoko.
Now remember, we have said that Brigadier Gininda, in his affidavit to the magistrate, missed one point, which is the complexion of the person, that's the skin color of the person.
Ukhumbuleke ukuthi-ke ngishilo-ke ukuthi-ke kwisicelo sakhe asenza kwimantshi uBrigadier Gininda kunalokhu-ke angazange akusho-ke ibala noma-ke phecelezi-ke i-complexion yomuntu loyo.
Thank you.